All right, here we are. Good evening, everyone. Nice to be back for the second stream today, actually. Today is a rather busy day in terms of streaming for me, as I've just streamed APAC earlier, and now we are also getting the EU stream here for the fight of the top four, or actually the fight for the top four. Bilaf and Immor are playing against another. And it is one of two super important matches today. On another stream, there is RDX versus Demon. And the thing is that if Bilaf or if Immor... wait. Let me just pull up the leaderboard here. Right now, I believe that Immor is actually in the top four. And then comes RDX, and then comes Bilaf. So taking 4th, 5th, 6th place. Let me check again. Alright. Yes, Immor currently is ranked 4th. RDX is ranked 5th. Bilaf 6th. And Demon is 3rd. And Demon is playing RDX, Immor is playing Bilaf. This is super important because if RDX wins against a Demon, then they get another point. And if Immor wins against Bilaf, they also get another point, so nothing's really changing here. So RDX might still get into the top 4 if they win and Immor loses. That's the thing here. If RDX wins and Immor loses, then RDX is in the top 4. And Immor is dropping out. Therefore, it is super important today. But for Bilaf, there is not any chance of making it into the top 4. And Demon can also not drop out of the top 4 anymore. So for them, it is not that important actually to perform. I believe that they are still trying really hard. Especially Bilaf will try their best. Because they want to just have a nice last day, potentially. They did have a decent time in this tournament. So I guess they're trying to do something. Demon will just play a rather basic strategy and will do some nice stuff, I believe, as well. But of course, they are not having to expose any very, very specific strategies there. Alright, I see a lot of Russian on the chat right now. Privyet. But I don't speak Russian, and most of the viewers here don't speak Russian, usually. So, говорите по-английски, пожалуйста. Please English, because I and all the others don't speak Russian. So that would be great if actually you were also speaking English like most people do on this server. I don't have the room invite yet, weirdly. Where is it? Also, of course, this tournament or this stream today is being restreamed on the official server, on the official platform of Wargaming. So if you are watching on that platform as an EU player, and if you are logged in, have cookies activated, etc., you will get some fan containers and stuff. But for that, you need to follow the link that I pinned on the chat here. So over there, you can get some rewards. And hopefully, we're also getting the tournament room invite. Where's the damn tournament room invite? Stream is fine, but the game is disconnecting. Weird. Okay. Let's give it a second. One moment, please. Okay, 1 second, please. But now I do have the room invite. Good. So the game was just not connected. All right. All right. So we do have game number 1 readying up, or teams of the first match readying up here. And welcome everyone who just joined in. Good to see you all here. Lots of people watching right now, although the view count is going to drop once the tournament starts, because then, of course, it is being restreamed on the official platform. If you are watching on the platform right now and do enjoy the content, then maybe join over to YouTube at one point or the other, just to say hi, or maybe to leave a like, maybe to subscribe to the channel, just to keep that in mind for later. Okay. All right, let's focus on the games here. Immor against Blitz again. Immor is playing a lot of AMX M4s. They are playing an E50M as well and a T100LT. We are on Rockfield, so very simple lineup here. Lots of M4s without reactive armor and the amount of hit points that they have. So that is Immor's fairly easy setup here. Blitz is going for something more creative. They are picking 2 M4s only, also an E50M, but no light tank for them. They are rather playing some faster heavy tanks here with a double chieftain that have great damage output with a hash potential. Then there is a Super Conqueror and an IS-4. The IS-4 has the special speed boost. Might be very, very useful for taking caps, for example. That is often being the case. They are the IS-4 dropping into the A cap on the heavy side. Maybe it might go into the B cap as well. Those are the common moves here for IS-4s with a speed boost. It is only used for aggressive moves early on, as otherwise it doesn't really have any advantage, as it lacks the hit points and also DPM reactive armor compared to other heavy tanks that are common in this meta. Olina Wood asking, what are the bets on today? I honestly don't know. I think those teams are about even, so it's a coin flip. And I've not really seen Immor play that much, nor did I see Blitz a lot of times. I think I've seen Immor once and Blitz twice. Blitz did look pretty good. Immor also looked like a solid team. I had the perception based on just one game, that, or the 2 games that I've seen the teams, that Blitz was a little bit stronger, but I am open to see what they are having here. We can see the IS-4 with a speed boost dropping into the A cap, as I was talking about earlier. But also on the other side, there is Rhymes Like Dimes in the C cap already. He gives up capping the base in order to have some crossfire here on the IS-4. The tracer shells keep the IS-4 spotted. So the T100 is committing to decapping and gets that decap with an HE just in time. So it is still the cap lead for Immor, as they can take base C. It was a bit of a gamble for them, but it did work out. And the IS-4 also lost a few hit points already, but it won't lose too many hit points, as look at this. The IS-4 can hide his anti-tank here and does manage to take the base. Blitz having their tanks all on A. Immor mostly on the C side, but they also have a couple of tanks sitting in spawn. They have not really moved much, or did they actually rotate back here? They are currently just hiding and raiding. They are not intending to show themselves. They are not intending to get more aggressive. They want to raid for the right opportunity to get more aggressive. So for that, they're probably going to let Blitz flank around first towards the other side, because you gotta keep in mind that Blitz is at the cap disadvantage. So it is up to Blitz to make a move, which might be either going for B or rotating all the way around the map back towards base C to steal that cap from the enemies. Another option for them would be to just go for the kills and not the caps and just push the enemy spawn here. But that, of course, is a much bigger gamble as they don't have any eyes on that. They cannot see through the bushes or so. And they might not get any caps nor kills with this move. Although this is a fairly common position for tanks to be in. And Immor is getting more aggressive. They don't expect Belaf to still be standing there. And it is, to be honest, it's really surprising that Belaf isn't really moving here. Belaf is still holding the cap, although they only have one, which is not a lot. And also they have the cap disadvantage, still they are holding for the moment. Maybe they are just counting on Immor to predict the move towards C. I think... Oh, okay. We can see some blind shots because the T100 has shot a couple of tanks apparently. So Belaf is aware of the camping light tank, or at least is aware that there has been a light tank in the past. It is not there anymore. And Immor is mostly preparing for Belaf to push into the C cap. But Belaf probably expects this. So they are keeping their tanks on A. Also, Immor has a couple of tanks here which are ready to drop into A once the push onto C would be spotted of Belaf. Then those tanks would be going forwards into A. But actually, they are just going in right now. They are not trying to wait for too long. And Belaf is still there. So suddenly Belaf is going in. What is this weird strategy here? Belaf is suddenly pushing forwards. And they do have the advantage here. By the looks of it, they do have all 7 tanks on this side, or 6 tanks up on the hill. 1 tank down there, right behind B, who's probably going to fight for the B cap. Belaf moving forwards here, not really doing too well on the trades, but actually... Oh, yeah, it is Immor right now with the hit point advantage. But there is no tank advantage for Belaf on this side. They cannot really push forwards here. So they are kind of getting stuck, but there is a move here going on. That's what she said. Found an opportunity of pushing up behind Aphanium. And this might be the game-winning move here for Immor, actually. This one little opportunity of Aphanium getting more aggressive. Immor able to drop behind and crossfire 1 M4 here. That's the gun advantage for Immor. Belaf not being able to push forwards into the enemy spawn. Still trying to do something, of course. 940 points for Immor right now. And it is Belaf getting another kill, bringing back the points. But still, it is a disadvantage for Belaf. Vata might have to play for the C cap. He is trying to get to C still. But this puts his teammates at a disadvantage over here. As they are fighting at a gun disadvantage. But that's a nice kill here of the E50M. It looks like suddenly Belaf might have this. C is getting stopped. C is getting decapped there. But Rumpelstilzchen, 1 shot, will get taken out still. But all caps are stopped right now. It is only about getting a kill now. A kill or surviving, then Immor wins. But if there is a kill here of Ocean Nothing, for example, then it would be... If there is 1 kill of Classical, maybe... It is Belaf still winning the game as they just stopped the C cap on the other side there and still managed to somehow kill enough tanks to make it close enough to win on points. Interesting outcome. Yeah, I was not really expecting this. All right. 1-0 for Belaf. Shane saying, anyone from NA able to log in to get rewards? Guys, the rewards are only for EU server players today. I mean, for this stream, you can only get the rewards for watching the tournament on your respective platform. All right. A 1-0 for Belaf on this game. Let's adjust the score. We've got one E50M again on either side. And then we've got some Super Conquerors on Immor's side, 2 versus 1 on side of Belaf. Otherwise, AMX M4s on Immor's side, double Chieftain for Belaf then. So the Chieftain again offering some better damage output while putting Belaf at a disadvantage when it comes to armor and hit points. But that seemed to work out on last game. So we are starting into game number 2. This time without any light tanks. Again, we are on Rockfield. And let's get into it. Yeah, as expected, Immor starting with more hit points. Also, they do have reactive armor on more tanks. So they definitely have a good hit point lead. And their tanks are a lot more durable here. Belaf spreading out. Immor playing something fairly similar, just that the E50M is quite isolated over here. The E50M spotting, but an E50M doesn't have the greatest view range. Would be very dangerous if the E50M spotted to the right side, but he is just rotating out. That's what she said. Playing a safe game, not being able to get any information yet. Immor with a cap lead on base A. They are just using the AMX M4 here. And Belaf is baiting. We've seen this strategy already in the past. It was in the games against QQ. They have done this already. They are just waiting and hiding there with 3 tanks. Waiting for someone to potentially drop into A or someone to push around the corner here. Then these tanks would be ready. So there is not a lot of information for Immor while they have multiple tanks being spotted. The question is if they have seen the streams previously and if they are aware of this tactic. What is Immor going to do? It is the advantage for Immor. Oh, someone lost hit points over here. Rhymes like dimes. Immor on the cap lead, of course. Not having to do much. That's what she said, is still getting more aggressive, but being very isolated here. 1 versus 3. Spotting the Lavushka in the AMX M4. The E50M has to be careful, but if he drops back, he will have some backup by 2 M4s there. So this might work as a bait. But Belaf is hesitant about moving in any more aggressively than they are right now. They are still holding here. Not entirely sure what to do. They want to kind of bait and wait for Immor to do something. But of course Immor is not forced to do much here. The Lavushka pressuring the enemy spawn a little bit. Will spot that E50M again. It has to be very careful. Okay. Outspotted E50M. Now also getting spotted. These tanks are lining up their shots. But I think the Lavushka is a player good enough to not run into them. No, he does run into them. He does take 1 shot of 2 only though. But that means there is quite some information for Belaf now about those 2 tanks being in the back there. E50M escaping but getting spotted. So he is using reactive armor. Taking a shot there for 350. Taking another shot for 266. Reactive armor definitely helping there. And another shot into him. Belaf now with a hit point lead by 600. And having the better tanks to fight aggressively. Although keeping in mind that there is reactive armor on side of Immor. More tanks with reactive armor. they are still able to reduce the damage taken, so they are still having more hit points effectively. Bilaf deciding to move here, getting spotted with a Super Conquer. Oh, this is the move that they were waiting for. Reaction moving into B. And there is Bilaf now doing the same move as they have done against QQ. Pushing in with all 3 tanks here. Reaction out of position. Not having any way of hiding here. Rumpelstiltskin also from behind there. And that's a free kill for Bilaf. That brings them to the cap lead. Immor trying to immediately counter push. But they are having a tank less. They are having less hit points. They're still trying to stop or cap a base B here. If they succeeded at that, that would be huge. But Oleg getting tagged here from multiple different angles with many shots here. Oleg about to go down. Bilaf suddenly at 970 points. They are going to win on caps. Especially if they get some kills there. But the Bilaf also losing one tank. Losing another one potentially here. Everyone on Bilaf's side is trying their best to shield. But actually, they are almost failing here. Avanium still surviving in the end. And that is the point win to Immor. GG. Oh, 2-0 now with this game. And that is, yeah, win number 2 for Immor, for Bilaf. Immor is going to... Okay, sorry, I was just reading something. All right, I was just reading a PM. Okay. All right, Immor is now still far behind here. Just keep in mind again that Bilaf cannot make it into the top 4 anymore. Immor can potentially lose the top 4 if they are losing and RDX is winning. So for Immor, it is super important to win. For Bilaf, it doesn't really matter. They're just playing for pride and honor. That's about it for them. And I like that they are not giving up despite it not really being of relevance to them. I mean, if you are not just playing for fun, basically, and if you know it's over, many teams are just lacking the motivation. They are doing some meme strategies or so. But Bilaf is still tryharding here. Even if they are not coming up with any new strats anymore, they are still trying their best. And that is just good to see. Bilaf are playing Super Conk, FE215B, E50M M4s, and Immor now double FVs, 5 M4s on Mayan Ruins, as we are switching maps. So it is a mobility advantage for Bilaf from the start on, that they could potentially make use of by simply taking the A cap, the C cap, I mean. But a big hit point difference with the M4 spam on side of Immor. It means that they are having 900 hit points more right at the start of the game. Vata not daring to move into the cap immediately. He's taking a baiting position to the side to spot here. Not getting any information in, but that is also information. No spots means there is nothing, so the Lavushka is deciding to take the C cap. The others will have to try to move over to secure base B, or at least make sure that they are not losing all the map control. But B cannot be stopped here, I believe. Some tanks are trying. They are not going to stop the cap on time anymore. Oh, but they have a chance for a nice shootout here. Komorium taking 2, getting focus fired here. Oleg also taking a beating as he tried to support his teammate. Komorium losing hit points more and more. Blaf having a nice opportunity here for focus firing one tank with 2. Also, they are putting themselves at risk, of course. But Immor is not really in position to counter push here. Komorium will maybe go down without anyone of Blaf really getting pushed onto. No back. Okay, there is the E50M over here still delivering some crossfire into the Fe215B. Aphanium therefore somewhat covered from multiple different angles. Gun advantage to Blaf right now. Evgeny also lost some hit points, is trying to aim for reaction. Oleg Babenko over there, also a one-shot right now. And Blaf is daring to get more aggressive in the middle of the map here with Rumpelstilzchen just taking the hull down position right in front of the enemies. At least he is proxy spotting all of them. So Immor cannot really move much. But B is still in the favor, in the hands of Immor. So the caps are still ticking over for Immor. The hit points are also kind of neck and neck, but also nothing now jumping into that B cap. It would be very tricky for Immor to defend that B cap now, as there are so many tanks of Blaf all the way around here. But Immor is trying to counter push onto Aphanium and potentially the E50M. They are deciding to ignore Aphanium and try to chase the E50M, but he can get away. He is faster. But Aphanium now being alone here and just bouncing off a shot. Pretty good for him. Blaf took base B, but it is not over yet, I would say. But Blaf is coming back in here into the fight. That's what she said in focus fire. Blaf moving in to support here, losing one tank, but that's what she said. It's also down to a one shot. Will get picked up on the very next one. And there he goes. And Blaf having a tank more, having 2k hit points more. That is about 50% more of the hit points compared to Immor. And they are getting another kill. This means we are getting closer and closer to the cap win for Blaf again. Immor suffering here, struggling, and that's a cap win for Blaf on game number 3. And that means we are going to the match point game for Blaf already. Super quick battles here. I mean, super quick so far. If it is a 4-0, then Immor would be would not be happy about it. They're probably biting their nails right now and just hoping to focus again. I mean, as said again, Immor can drop out of the top 4. Today is the last day, the last game of the round robin stage, which is still the top 8 tournament. The 4 best teams will then proceed to the double elimination stage, which is the top 4 tournament, which is starting tomorrow. And only there you are fighting for the grand prize pool. So if Immor is losing this, it all depends on RDX. Although I'm not 100% sure right now. If Immor versus... I think Immor won against RDX. So RDX needs to win against Demon. And then they can make it into the top 4. And drop out Immor. Tricky situation here for Immor. They are in need of 4 wins in a row now. Best of 7 it is, so 4 wins, 4 points, basically get you the wins in this round. Can Immor do this? Do they have any chance of making it a great comeback here? 4 wins in a row. It's not impossible, but more than unlikely. And we are seeing game number 2 on Mayan Ruins. Blaf playing an IS-7, double IS-7 even, which is very uncommon. Usually the IS-7 is used to just push into the B cap aggressively, or semi-aggressively. It's used to hide behind the columns down there to take the base early on. There the IS-7 is great with the low silhouette. Also there is a T-22 on Belov's side, which is also very uncommon. But why does Belov have 2 IS-7s? Well, another thing you can do with the IS-7 is to just take a hull down position behind one of those walls. Because there the IS-7s do benefit from having that very low silhouette, as you can see. That is much lower than that of an AMX M4, and also having a lot more armor than an FE215B. So this is what we are seeing here. IS-7 dropping down, trying to hide there, getting the free cap. Will be stuck there, but Immo is not in position to shoot out the Lavrishka, as Belov is positioned in a way that they can support the B cap with a lot more tanks here. So the Lavrishka has, or had, 4 tanks right behind, still has. Immo cannot push in all that easily. Belov doing a great job here. Immo trying to get back. Trying to take a little bit more control of the map here. Trying to have an angle over here with the Chieftain that can be hulled down, that might be working greatly. Also, the Lavrishka is still stuck in the middle there. Cannot escape. Not with all the tanks of Immo. But also, Belov has so many tanks ready to support that Immo can basically not push in there without losing their tanks. What actually is this T-22 doing there? What is this move? I've never seen that. He is safe there. You know, you're spotting with the gun mantled and the highest point of the tank. So he is only showing the spotting points of his tank. Try to spot a move over here while being safe. And could get some backup. But Immo is pushing in. Immo wants to go for the Lavrishka. And if they are able to hide here, they might get a free kill. But they are losing hit points. Reaction down to a one-shot. Still, he is in a good position to bait here. Cannot get taken out all that easily. Flexor is moving into the B-cap. Also, on the other side, base A is getting stopped there. One AMX has been taken out, but Belov is suffering as they are not able to defend base B here. And Immo is cooking. They are just actually taking back base A, B, C. They are still in control of all 3 caps. But can they keep their hit point lead? Can they keep their tanks alive? They are 1 tank behind right now. T-22 here going to be very dangerous to the AMX M4, but he is going to chase down the IS-7. Will get the kill on that one. That's most likely, but the T-22 blocking the M4. Doing a great job at that. Rumpelstilzchen just stopping the M4 from killing the IS-7. Great job here, great teamwork. And he is now to the side where he can basically not get penetrated anymore. But Flexorcist is just scraping him off his back and getting him to the front. The T-22 going down. Base C has been taken by Belov again, by the IS-7. That is a one-shot. And it is 1k points for Immo suddenly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it is suddenly still Immo winning. Very beautiful push onto the B and the C cap and the A cap. Very well executed, top level performance here. So Immo is back into it. At least a little bit. They still need 3 more wins though. Alright. 3 more wins for Immo back to back would be needed. And teams are immediately readying up again. Not a lot of changes to the lineups here. Guys, what do you think? What do you think? Is it possible for Immo to come back from this? Any chance of that? That would be great, of course. Let me know in the chat. Let us know. What is your take? What are your bets? They have made 1 of 4 wins needed. But it's still a match point to BLAF. They only need 1 more win and they got this in their back. Immor 3 wins away from the win of this round. And we are switching maps to Winter Malinovka with Immor playing a rather light lineup. Triple E50Ms, FE215P, also a fast heavy tank, and triple AMX M4s. BLAF going for 2 of the M4s only. Triple S-Conk, not Chieftain. And then double E50M, so quite a bit slower. And it is going to be interesting to see what the Super Conqueror lineup is going to do. The E50Ms will definitely have an advantage on the A side. They have all the mobility needed to simply push into that corner there. And potentially also, yep, that's the standard move to just also spot at the center. Oh, blind shot at the start into Vata. Good one. He is unspotted. Took some shot, but also reaction got shot on the other side. No one spotted yet, and 2 tanks already lost some damage. Some hit points. But A is getting capped. C will also get capped. BLAF getting aggressive at the center here. Taking 2 shots for that, but Oleg Babenko losing HP. BLAF playing super aggressively for the heavy side. They are still losing some HP, but not that many, actually. Hit points neck and neck, both having 40.6k. But it looks like Immor is a little bit under pressure here. BLAF having some very nice crossfire, having that amazing hull down position over there. Flex assist is safe, but stuck there. Oleg is also very, very stuck here. Rumpelstilzchen is pretty isolated, might be in a dangerous position, but at the same time, he can potentially crossfire Oleg. That's what she said. And also Komorium going in here. I think Hero Rumpelstilzchen is in trouble. Still has a nice shot towards the other side into Oleg. But the E50Ms here are going to be dangerous as hell. Oleg cannot really hide there. BLAF also lost some hit points, especially on Classical and Vata. But still the hit points are neck and neck. Both having about the same amount of HP. Good shot here by Classical into the medium. I think BLAF is slightly worse positioned right now. Although they did have the advantage earlier. But now Rumpelstilzchen is kind of alone. Classical is low and also a little bit exposed, but the E50M here doing a good job of shooting down Komorium. So Rumpelstilzchen is having some cover from behind. And he might get more aggressive, might have the advantage against. That's what she said. The E50M here still having another shot. But getting out-traded there. But also Rumpelstilzchen is pretty low here. And cannot escape. Might get crossfired. On the other side, we see some reactive armor being pulled off. So it is a push going on here by BLAF into the enemy spawn. The M4 is in focus fire. But the Lavushka is losing HP and getting killed. 2 guns out on side of BLAF. But Bjorn's also getting killed there. So gun advantage to Immor. They have killed another one. Immor also leading on the hit points here, but also nothing now. Fighting the FE215B does have an advantage, will get the kill. Nice track shot, going for a pretty ramp here, and will have some more shots. He's going to get that kill for sure. Just needs one more shot there. Aphanium moving up to the high ground again, but it's 2 versus 4 already. Immor is going to win this. Immor has this, basically. They have the points, they have the caps. Aphanium trying to push into base B still to make sure to not lose on points all too soon. But there is Rhymes Like Dimes in the C cap, getting the base for free. Will not be possible for Athenium to get the base there. And over there, the E50M is getting picked up. Only leaving us with Athenium, who is still trying his best to find Oleg, who was low from the start on. But it did not matter because he could simply stay alive there. And it was not possible for Immor to push onto this isolated M4. Because, or this low hit point M4, because he was not isolated. He was in the middle of the map. Some better crossfire would have done the job actually. Just thinking about it, I'm immediately analyzing right now. If there was someone with Rumpelstilzchen in the spawn of the blue team, of the BLAF team, then they could have potentially crossfired Oleg and taken him out. But that was not given there. BLAF lost a few too many hit points. So they were eventually forced to push in, having the disadvantage in their own spawn and not having any advantage in the enemy spawn. Not by a big margin at least. So Immor coming back here. One more win for Immor and we end up in a tiebreaker where it is then all or nothing. Alright. Triple E50M on BLAF side this time. Same as we've seen from Immor last game. Also Super Conqueror. And triple AMXM4. Immor is counting on a T22, Chieftain, F215B and FM4s. So it is a slower lineup for Immor. Still some punchy tanks in there. But BLAF again has the mobility available that allows them to play the medium side very aggressively. Same as Immor did last game. So it is likely to be a cap lead to BLAF. And Immor therefore cannot really play for the medium side. The question is if it is all about the medium side here. If the last game can be used as a predictor of the next game that we're going to see. Is the E50M strat just unbeatable? Hit point lead obviously on Immor's side. Actually, it is Immor still going for the medium side here with the T22 and the M4. But they will have to get their tanks into safe position. The T22 then moving into this spot here, trying to hide there, where he is kind of perfectly held down. But he can get pushed onto from the corner. The E50M, surprisingly, not going in here. Vata lost some HP early on. Oh, some more tanks of BLAF losing HP as they are just pushing through the middle. And they are not really finding any weak spots just yet, but Komorium is isolated there. If Komorium is getting pushed onto, he might struggle there. Athenium doing a wise move of just pushing to the right side to build up some crossfire. Komorium cannot hide anymore. Also, Ocean Nothing is joining in here. Taking an aggressive spot to the side. Nice crossfire by BLAF. But they are also losing hit points here. Big HP lead to the team of Immor. And Evgeny going down first. Was too isolated, too aggressive. Komorium still alive. Delavushka trying to fall back into the B cap. But Immor is away here. They are immediately pushing back. Having the second gun out of the fight. And Komorium is still alive. Now he's going down. And we are having a 2-gun advantage or 1-gun advantage to Immor right now. Also big hit point lead. Immor is counter pushing immediately back to their own spawn. Athenium lone hit points are there. Immor also lost another tank. But they are doing well right now. The E50M is in focus fire. T22 getting shot by the M4 with a big one. Now having a shot into Athenium, who is a one-shot now. Will get taken out by Oleg. Which leaves us in a 4-5 here. Immor having a tank more. But also a one-shot on the field. 2 one-shots on the field as they are getting a kill shot in 4 versus 3. Rumpelstilzchen, the only one with hit points on side of BLAF. But Ocean Nothing still trying to deliver some crossfire, but being too far away to really help out here. Oh, what was that bounce? Rumpelstilzchen is now in the 1v1. The reactive armor going to make it pretty much impossible for Rumpelstilzchen to actually get the kill here. But that's a nice bounce for Rumpelstilzchen. Ocean Nothing on the other side. Getting pushed onto from two different angles and getting picked up by the T-22. Which brings us to the last one. Rumpelstilzchen still getting the kill shot in here. Now against 3 tanks. But 2 of them are 2 shots. So that is a win for Immor. Immor bringing this to the tiebreaker. Okay. 3 wins in a row for Immor. Tiebreaker now. 1 game will decide over it. And actually, I want to check in the background. I want to check right now if the other game is over already. Okay. RDX did not win against Demon. I think with that a result here, RDX versus Demon, it is actually safe for Immor. Even if they don't win the next one. So, I don't know if they know yet. But that, of course, that would be very, very relaxing to them to know that. Probably someone has figured out the result there already. But I think with that, Immor is safe to be in the top 4. Immor has made it. Thanks to RDX losing to Demon, and Demon not just giving up there, because Demon did not need that point. So we are getting a show match in the end now on Dynasty's Pearl. Last game of the day. And it is Immor versus BLove in the tiebreaker. They are still trying their best for sure. Double Chieftain, quintuple AMX M4 on side of Immor. BLove is playing double Super Conqueror, F81 triple M4 and a mouse as well. So that is interesting lineup there. So that is our last game here for the tournament. Can Immor actually go for the 4-win comeback though? That is the question now. That would be so nice to see. BLove simply biting their teeth out on these strats here. And Immor is hyper focused, it seems. Both teams going for the medium side here, which is uncommon. Mostly we do see teams playing for the heavy side with most tanks on this map. But both teams are committing hard towards by C. And Immor is pushing into the C cap first. Pushing over there. Losing some hit points, but they took the advantage over here. The aggressive positions. Also Oleg is crossing over. This might get 2 tanks of Immor isolated to the side here. But nope, there is some backup. Immor does have the advantage on the outer flank. They have reaction isolated in the middle, getting pushed onto by the mouse. But it is all about killing those 3 tanks to the side here. Immor is going in. Nice crossfire here, nice fire of Vata. Vata losing a lot of hit points. Immor playing super aggressively here from 2 different angles. Nice pincering maneuver, nice crossfire. And Vata is down to a 1-shot. Gun advantage to Immor already. Rumpelstilzchen also down here. 2 tanks out on side of BLove. 1 on side of Immor. Rumpelstilzchen about to go down. No, someone else is in focus fire. It is classical. Getting kills there. Immor really showing their best again. And it is a good hit point lead to Immor already, as they are losing another one. But Aphanium about to get killed as well. Killing the outside is so freaking important on this map. And it is another kill for Immor right now. Chieftain also going down there. But 2 versus 4 already. Dilavrushka, the very healthy mouse, is still alive. And Ocean Nothing in the background here. Not going to stand much of a chance against all those incoming tanks with about twice the amount of hit points. Belaf is not going to win this anymore. This will be a great comeback for Immor, giving them an amazing confidence boost for the entrance into the top 4. Ocean Nothing still putting out the last shot, but he is going to get killed by Oleg on just the next shot. And there we go. Immor coming back 4 wins in a row after having such a huge disadvantage. So we've got our final top 4 result by this. And we can see the result in a moment. Come on. But I can already adjust the score here. Okay, great game by Immor. Super aggressively playing for the side there. Taking the map control. And a couple of tanks of Belaf did really not get to do much here. Very nice job by Immor. Well-deserved win. And with this, I can also say they do deserve their top 4 place. Alright. Guys, I'm not going to stop here. There are rewards for watching for the last 15 minutes anyways. But I will just play a couple of random games. And just continue for like half an hour or so. We will see. But for that, I will cut off the delay as well, so I can talk to you live on the stream chat. If you're watching on the portal, of course, maybe consider joining over to YouTube still at some point. And everyone, maybe just leave a like if you did enjoy the stream. Subscribe if you are new still. And yeah, maybe also even if you really think this is great content, maybe consider becoming a member even, or throwing a buck into the head. But for now, I will just cut off the delay. And if you were just here for the tournament, thanks for watching. See you soon. But I will be playing some more games still. Okay, I'm back. Now, no delay anymore. Alright. Okay. Wait, let me just quickly get a chat to the front here. Great. So I've been cooking on the T100 LT today, but I'm not going to play for this game. Earlier on the stream of Apex server, I still had a 9k damage game on the T100 LT. Second highest game I ever got, actually. Not to flex, but I'm kind of proud of it. Although it was not the most interesting game ever. It was a lot of farming, of course, as you can expect if it's 9k damage. Hey everyone who's here. Boomerita, Colxima, Alexis, Fusilier. Everyone, feel greeted. Came here when games ended. Okay. Let's see what the IHM can do here. Hello. I would prefer to actually fight this guy. I mean, a light tank flying aggressively can get killed fairly easily. Also, the others have backup there. Hoppa. Okay, T-57. Maybe T-68 can just kill the Sheridan? Please don't shoot the T-57. Ah, he does, of course. Okay, let's go. Oh, someone just missed me. Good. And I can get this one as well. Great. Andrei. Okay. I kind of thought I was safer here, honestly. Gotcha. A double FE actually. Okay, now that he's shot, I might actually move in. Let's use tungsten rounds on this one to not low roll. So, can I just farm him without getting shot by 183? I mean, if I get double tapped... Ooh. If I got double tapped by E100 and the FV, I would be dead, of course. So I would love to avoid that. Good. Freaking APCR, man. Alright, nice one. Hi, Nikki. I love my team. Yes, the team played really well. Unfortunately, I did not see you, but the team was great. After the start of the first 3 games, of course, we had to be a little bit worried, but good that they proved us wrong. And I guess no one expected that. Or was there anyone on the chat? I asked for predictions, and I did not see anyone expecting comeback. Ace, Pumerito saying, no, not quite. Just having a team that was too good there. Enemies being too bad. No. Okay, my medium teammate is already in the corner, so I will also play aggressively. Oh, fuck. Sure. Come on. My gorilla is dead. Amazing campus. Oh my goodness. How safe am I to peek here actually? Nice. Not all that safe, I guess. Nice. Ah, I'm still alive. Oh. Okay, that was a ricochet. Am I in trouble? No? I can maybe crossfire them. I can shoot the arc here. And just make sure I hide from this guy, right? Nice. Nice. Oh my gosh. That game started pretty badly. And it still worked out as a one shot. I was basically doing all my damage as a one shot, I think. Yes. Yes, I was still on 0 damage as I took the shots of 183 and the gorilla. I could have gone wrong as well. Hit yourself with HE so you can reload faster. No time for that. Alright. What do we have here? A lot of TDs. Only HP you need is the last one, yes. Playing as a one-shot, it works so much better. It's worrying. Any information you know? Huh? Oh. No, crap. Of course. Of course, okay. But I guess he's going to die as well. Nah. Can I do anything here? Let's see if I can actually support in the rear, because enemies are pushing forwards. Also, I can keep them spotted with my tracer shells. Good. Go, maybe? Maybe he's just standing there. I think it was a hit, right? No. Come on, reload. Good. There's still a gorilla, what the hell? But I guess that was a hit as well. Ah. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I guess I need to rock here. Good. Nice. And he is also dead. Perfect. It's still a fun tank. I'm not the greatest fan of it, to be honest, because it's rather inaccurate and the APCR is just a little bit disappointing sometimes. But still, it is so much fun to just move around like that. Have the tracer shells and also just have the gun depression. It makes it a little bit more enjoyable than T100 sometimes. Although I mostly prefer the T100, but this kind of feels easier to play to me. And I'm better at the T100. So I don't know if it makes sense what is going on here. What? Okay. Do I have to run away? I mean, there are a lot of enemies focusing me right now. Dude, what the hell is going on? Can I even run without dying? This is bad. Okay. What the hell? I think the AMX is probably reloading. Although, I should maybe just back off here. No. Good. Got 3.5k. Super 9. Nice. This game is so weird, honestly. It really is weird. I mean, all the enemies coming towards me, soloing like crazy, and yeah, I still survived. Let's see if I can get behind them, maybe. Nah. He's going to be looking at me already. Okay. And mine? Yes. Nice. Man, that push of the Kranwagen into me. He tried his best to get me. But if that was at his best, then I don't know. I mean, try to do something at least. He got one shot in. Not sure if that was into me. He was also very focused on me. Yeah, okay. Not as bad as I expected. But it was just weird. Clown show Burrito saying. I cannot really disagree. Also, I see my camera is a bit off. Okay. Okay, rather heavy lineup for the enemies, but it's encounter, so they might still play medium side. We will see. I will just spot center. Question is, do I shoot the heavies? No, mediums. Oh man, I thought I was fine here. I mean, I didn't peek that far. Nice. I even went back already, but not enough. Oh no, man. Nice snapshot. Okay. That was not great. Let's go for 200. Yeah, it was really unlucky for me, but at the same time, I just peeked too far at the start. I was just thinking I was already hiding behind the wall. Okay. And of course they also had multiple tanks playing aggressively straight onto me. Bambiu. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to stay here. Enemies are aggressive in the corner. Oh, hello. What? Am I spotted? Was he shooting? What? Okay, it could be that I'm still spotted. Okay, I bounced him. This is great because I still keep him spotted like that. Okay, they are camping. So, as I see... as I see the others camping, I think it will be better for us to try to win the rear at least. Even though I just messed up quite a lot. Okay. 907, can you be a bit more aggressive, please? He's just yelling. Uh-huh. The enemies are super careful back there, so I will just flank to the right side. I cannot push the left side. It would be helpful if the 907 was actually just doing a bit more. But hey, I can kill the projector if needed, but I think he just ran away. So I can see if I can spot some campers here. Not yet. Oh, I got depression. Come on. What is the 907 doing? He's just jumping down there into the river. Man, how can we even throw away this advantage? Nice. There was still something to the right side. I kind of knew it. I kind of did. Maybe because Mr. Fanfi saying something in Russian again. Please, English. Говорите по-английски, пожалуйста. I don't understand Russian. Hey, Darkman. Invisible gorilla. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he did not get spotted, because I'm only spotting with my gun mantlet and the highest point of my tank. But I can get spotted with all edges of my tank, basically. All the most frontal point, the point to the rear, the point to the right side and the left side, and the top of the tank. So, as I just showed the front of my tank, the gorilla could still see me, I could not see him. And I was just overestimating my luck there. I should not have peeked there again. I should have just escaped immediately. What the heck is this badger doing? I mean, smart is something else. Okay. T-57 going left. I will just cut off the way here. Alright, FV needs help. I mean, actually FV is probably fine anyways, but... Ah, small. Let's see if I can... go for a bit more distance, maybe? I'm not needed to the left side. There's still something, that's a problem. Okay, big gun. Nice. Big gun is actually pretty good to see, because it means he has horrible DPM. No, if he did not shoot the CS. Nice. I guess I won't repair here. Nice. Gotcha. Good. Next one. FV. No, they had two. I don't know where he is now. Good. Alright. It was an interesting game. Darkman saying, last 2 days games are weird AF. Wait, you're playing? I thought you could. Or did you mean mine? 1.6 only. I felt like I was doing a lot, but I was just not being great. This guy was even worse. Just, I mean, he was just camping all the time and suddenly YOLOing in like crazy. Why? Hello, Antonella. Good evening. I beat as well. No one? Huh? What is this? Okay, he's YOLOing the gorilla. Sure. Take that. No spore liner. Okay, but he seemed to be alone. Okay, am I just running onto all of them? Yes. I am. Oh no. Of course. I'm too low. Let's try to support with a VK. Problem is I'm a one-shot now. What the hell, team? Oh, come on, just aim. Yeah, I can't here. Okay, have we shot? Man, WT, why don't you just go for FV? Cannot escape. Can he maybe bounce me? Like, how many freaking shots did the WT just bounce off the VK? Oh, okay. Well, you changed the stream title so it isn't misleading. Well, I'm just playing a couple more games. Anyways, I mean, is it misleading? Yeah, maybe I will just play a couple more games. Next. So, enemies have only one medium. I'm getting support. Okay, I will just play aggressively for the bridge. Usually I would go to the inner bridge. That's safer, but here I know I'm way faster than the enemy medium. And I want to be quick. I want to be quick at collecting information. I push up here. Nice. Yes, I want to attack. Are they attacking me now? Nice. Also no spore line on that guy. GG. Oh. And I'm out of HEs. Okay, I got 2k damage in, basically for free. Come on, 263. Do you have a shot? No? I guess... I mean, it's fine. I can 1v1 the Destiny. I have the DPM here. Hoppa. Nice traverse speed of the Destiny. Good. Let's keep going. I can get behind them, I guess. Fosh is hopefully not looking at me. Oh my gosh. Of course he does. Come on. Not quite. I'm dead. No. Alright. Stock Destiny. No one was lost. Well, yeah, I think and Jason's asking, is the Destiny tank that bad or was he brain dead? You know, I think that people are just often playing the Destiny stock because they got it for free and they are happy about having a free tank, of course, but at the same time you needed to really go quite far and buy all the equipment, not the equipment, all the guns, etc. So most people got the tank for free but play it stock. And are just happy about a cool looking tier 9 premium tank. And just discerning the fact that it is really bad. But if you fully equip it, it's not bad. Oh nice, I remain unspotted. Готов. Great. I think I will go back here to fight the Leo. No. That helps a lot now. Keeping him spotted will make him completely useless. Good. Way better than I thought. They still have the Conway, of course, but that's not too dangerous. Okay. Way more important to take out the other campers first. I think come on, nice. It would be so cool if I could actually get rid of this guy. At least I keep him spotted, but I can still... Nah, I'm not afraid. Especially since he's lower on hit points. He will have the faster reload. Nice. Moment of surprise. I'm dead. No. No, of course he goes on me. But yeah, okay. I couldn't do much more damage anyways. I think still a good game, tactically speaking. I would have loved to farm some more in the end. Unfortunately, I was a little bit stuck. I mean, the enemies had some great crossfire. And I could not get any more aggressive there. Can you play the Destiny? I could... Yeah, I can play the Destiny. Next game. It's not super exciting, to be honest. But still interesting. Troll armor. Cash gun as well. Nah. Okay. You try the blind shot. I think I don't need to flank behind the enemies as they are pushing into our spawn already. Let's wait a moment. Come on. But I will be spotted after shooting here. Maybe the Leo on top? Oh, S-Conk it is. Okay. Okay, no damage, but I do keep him spotted. I should be unspotted again. Oh, let's kill this side. Enemies overcommit here. We can get rid of them. Come on, shoot him. Why don't you shoot him? Okay. Got this side now. Doof. A4 might be pushing forwards over here. Yes, he is. I don't know, I should actually not go for the other side. I thought I could maybe go crossfire. But I cannot really fight over there without exposing myself to the others. I would, in the best case, I would help win the right side, but that's going to be super tricky. Oh, they're coming. We need to get rid of the mobility. Kill the fast tanks first. The E100 is coming from the left side, I believe. There he is. No. Oh, for sure. Oh, come on, man. Why did the Rhino not just penetrate the freaking E4? Then I would not take that shot. Ah, close. I mean, it was still somehow winnable, but my teammate just died immediately. Man. Okay, just 6.4k games, but... We had a chance to kill e4, we had a chance to just do something about the Sheridan then. And also the others. E100 was a 2-shot, maybe 3-shot for me, but for the others, 2-shot. I just needed my teammates to pen. I shot down the tanks to 1-shots for them, so they could kill the Super Conqueror, they could kill the E4. And we would end up with the Sheridan, of course. Nice. I did not spot any TDs. That tells me that the TDs are likely to be over there. But this guy seems to be alone. I mean, the TDs could also be camping over there, but let's go just take out this guy. I'll play it safely right now. Not really wanting to run into the TDs. How aware of me are you? Come on, reload, nice. Oh, can you not repair? Good. Ah, I overcommitted. Overpeaked. I should move away a little bit more again. It's too risky here. I can fly over there. But if I'm staying behind these train wagons, then I might not be safe. They can shoot me through the train wagons at the bottom. Keep peeping. Keep peeping. Keep. What? Keep peeking, not peeping. Oh, he's just yellowing in now. Alright. Other TT on A. And there's one more over here, I guess. Oh, I'm loving this tank, honestly. No. Moved too early. Okay. Peep keeping. Peep, yes. Peep keeping. Wait, I was supposed to play Destiny. For how many games did I forget about this? Where is it? There it is. Not excited tonight. I'm actually excited. I'm good. I'm a bit more relaxed because I've already streamed twice today. 2 tournaments, and yeah, I'm rather tired today anyways. But I'm having a good session. I'm being focused. It helps when you don't play that much. I mean, the last 2 weeks I was barely playing actually. And today I'm just doing fine. And I also played a lot today, actually. 43 games already, I just see. 70%, or not even 70%, 69.7. 3,550. Yeah, I had some inconsistency as well. But I had a lot of good games. And a good time.
Enemy armor is damaged.
No. Wait, what?
The track is damaged.
Oh, is that spaced armor? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Not that familiar with tier A, to be honest. Oh no! What is going on here? Okay, nice bounce. I could... you could see him stop there. He was so confused. Come on, can I please drop down before it's reloaded? Nice.
We're immobilized. We fixed the track. Get going.
No, oh my gosh. Nice. Uh-huh. Nice lag. What a weird game. My teammate runs right and left and like 3 people YOLO'd onto me through the middle. 1 versus 13. Indeed. Someone is capping A. The guy on A is definitely going to win now. The tank is a bit slow for my taste. Gun is accurate, you have hash, that's nice. DPM isn't high though, and yeah, it's just horribly slow. Especially on the traverse speed. And I failed a lot of hash shots this game. Hitting freaking tracks.
5 from Darkman_SMX. We want tank, we want tank.
Darkman. Thank you. We want tank, you're saying. What tank do you want? What should I go for? Oh, you know what? I've not played this in so long. Let's go. Okay. So many stock Destiny, it's funny to see space armor on the turret. Yes. That fancy top level turret is pretty uncommon actually. Okay, I was just talking and not paying attention there. Ils sont tellement touchés. Can I? Oh my, that's not good. Like, what the hell? I'm getting YOLO'd. No way, man. No way! They are just pushing all the way through the middle. I've got tanks to the left and the right side again. Just like last game. 2 battles in a row. The enemies are just doing the dumbest move ever. But don't tell me they are getting away with it. Nah, they are not. This is so stupid. Grille, how about you shoot the projectile that was right in front of you? Don't tell me they are getting away with this kind of brainless stuff here. Grille will bounce because he doesn't use heat. He's trying to circle. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it hurts watching. I should not watch these people. Next. Going C on this map is so useless. No, actually not. You can play any side, honestly. Nico, forget about like this or that side being bad or good. Yes, there are slight advantages to some certain sides. But it just depends on how you play along with your teammates. You can play wherever you want to. Just not alone. I was also arguably too alone. I thought I was fine because I was not really that aggressive. And I had teammates to the left and teammates to the right. Just no one really covering my... Okay, bad peek here. Okay, he rammed into me. Let's go to the right here. Push this river, this canal. When will the stream end? Well, the reward part already ended about 40 minutes ago. I don't know when exactly you're going to get them. That's not what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not wargaming. I'm not working for them. Okay. Ah, yes, small gun. I forgot. Let's go. Wait, he actually has a full clip? Was he seriously not doing anything? Okay, speed boost for the win. Gotcha. Nice. Man, FV is nice. Also a tank that I barely played lately. Arena, is he pushing back there potentially? No. Wait, I'm a one-shot. My teammate is a one-shot. Where's my other teammate over there? Of course. Was bad. I should have just stick to my teammates. Oh, yeah. It was unexpected to see him fall back like that, but I might have just thrown away the game. I did not play it in the safest way possible. If I fell back down into the canal, I would have made sure that the Reno could not get me like that. And I needed to play in a safer way. Nico, forget about any side being better than the other, honestly. Just do it. Just don't say, like, C is bad. If your team goes C, then C is the right thing to do. And honestly, I prefer the C side over the A side on Alpenstadt, because you're able to actually play more aggressively. Honestly, we're losing this game already, because my teammates are way too passive and giving up all the good positions. And there is a Reno, which can just farm and do stuff on the side. And I'm getting pushed now. No! Can I run a little bit? Like, where the heck are my teammates right now? And rip me. Ah, yeah. Hellas was a defeat. Yeah, of course. I mean, I threw away my 8 points, and yeah. I mean, the biggest problem for me was to push into the Kranwagen, where I thought he was just shooting all the time, but actually he was camping all the time, not shooting anyone. Maybe it's also getting time to quit, because I've been streaming, playing for like 5 hours today already. And I notice I'm not fully focused anymore. Okay, I have 7 stopping in the middle. But I guess it's fine. I mean, we have an advantage against E100 for sure. Can I get crossfired here? No, I'm fine, okay.
Enemy armor is damaged. We didn't even scratch them.
No. To be honest, that will be too hard to penetrate. Maybe I can shoot STB as he's pushing forwards. Or E50M? No. STB, come on. Okay, let's keep going. We're wasting our time here. If I'm not having anything to shoot, that basically means that my teammates are getting shot at. Nah. I need to be faster here, honestly.
Enemy armor is hit.
Good.
Track hit. Got him.
Nice shootout. Crossover. Nah. Okay. Let's keep moving.
Penetration.
I can take the base actually and just side strip here.
We've damaged them. We've lost a track. We're stuck here. We fixed the track. Get going. Enemy armor is
Okay, I mean, I don't really care about the base. My main goal is to stay safe
Enemy armor is hit.
and shoot this guy down here.
Enemy
Nice.
armor destroyed. Observation device destroyed. We can't see any.
Of course, straight at the gun mantlet.
We cleared the observation device. Keep your eyes open. Frag hit. Enemy armor is hit.
Only 3 tanks remaining, so I could just go in here.
Destroyed.
My fuel tank was already damaged. He could have set me on fire. We would have likely won anyways, but you never know. Teammates might still mess up. Okay. By the way, Nico, if you want to know more about Alpenstadt, I have an entire map guide about that one. It was actually one of my first ones, if not the first. So feel free to watch that. There I talk about all kinds of scenarios and sides of Alpenstadt, how to play the map. Also, that's what she said. Yeah, GG's definitely. You're welcome. It was a pleasure to stream you. It was a lot of fun. Okay, Alpenstadt again. Rematch, basically. But if I pushed A, I would be completely useless here. With a 50B especially. I mean, for other tanks it might be fine, but for this one, phew, that would be super tricky to make it work. Let's see if any of the enemies is crossing over towards base B. What the hell are they doing? Nice. Let's reload. I mean, if you are going to this position, you can expect enemies to either push towards base C, then you are a little bit in crossfire, but you can also shoot them over there. But with a fast tank, it works quite nicely to just preempt this spot where enemies might then cross over to B. They might also pop up on this corner. Let's see if I can flank behind here. Stop shooting me from spawn. Super Conqueror, alright. But my push succeeded. Where can I go now to avoid this guy? Can I push him? It's a hull down heavy tank. E75 camping there as well. I think I'm going to back off and try to fight another angle. Oh, okay. Okay, he gets the gun down like that. My goal is to somehow potentially help with the Hori. Oh no! And that bounces one, okay. Reactive armor saving me. 5 hit points. Enough to be alive still. Maybe also enough to deal some more damage. We'll try to find out. Okay, that was the cupola that I shot from the side there. Nice. Good. Yeah, here the seaside actually worked really well. No, I'm not going to platoon anymore. I want to not play for too much longer, but I feel like going for a light again, maybe? Let's try. T100, one more. This is why I believe playing middle is the best approach, because it highly depends on the tank. I mean, I always play middle and then try to relocate. That's what I teach on my guides as well. Of course. Do I... Yeah, I run. No. Maybe I hit. No. Oh, why do you turn right in front of me? My gosh. Why would he do this? How about he gets into safety first? He was even putting himself at risk with this move. Okay. My team is actually doing a horrible job here. They are all camping right now. Good job just running into everyone. Nice. Like, guys, we cannot win without any side of the map. We have to win one flank. In the best case, we just push for C. Nice. VZ over there. I cannot fight him. But look at my teammates. This fight is so chanceless. Like, absolutely nothing I can do here. Okay, with this shot, I'm also one shot now. Or one clip. Man. Yes. I think I got 1.5k and just did almost most damage. Like, AFK or what? Sitting there, camping this guy. When having such a strong tank, both of them. Oh man, it's kind of disappointing. It's so frustrating when you're just not having any single chance to do absolutely anything. Do you know to 100 LT gun been nerfed at some point? I've grinded a tank recently, can say the aiming time is atrocious. I mean, if you... Huh? You recently grinded it and you feel like it got nerfed? I mean, you don't have any comparison then. It got nerfed at some point, but that was 2 years ago, and after that it got buffed again. It recently got buffed, so it is almost back to its former strength. It's a really nice tank again. And if you feel like the gun handling, the aiming time is atrocious, maybe you're just expecting way too much, because this is one of the best games in the guns in the game. It's surprising me. It's a bit weird. Sometimes people complain about the best guns, most accurate guns ever. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're complaining about this gun, then you can, of course, be unlucky. Happens. But maybe you just have to aim more carefully. Oh crap, I got spotted. Ricochet is good. I keep him spotted like that. E50M YOLOing me is absolutely not good. But I can escape here. FV, it would be amazing if you aimed. Nah, I have to run away. Oh man, we're 3 versus 6. 3 versus 6. My teammates did what? I'm going to get killed from behind. Or maybe not, there's a chieftain. I have to run, and I did a mistake by stopping for a moment here. Because E50M is likely getting me before I'm in a bush. Nice. Ah, man. What the hell is going on with the last teams here? I mean, yeah. I just want a last game. Good last game, please. It's not working. Net force. Nico saying, I feel like Progetto has a better gun. Of course, Progetto has the... how's it called? The stabilizer. But that, of course, doesn't... I mean, that doesn't really impact the aim time. just makes it accurate while you are standing. But a Progetto is actually notoriously known for having a bad gun. So don't trust on your feeling, please. I mean, I can compare it to you. For you. Huh. Okay. Okay. It is... The T100 LT is 2% worse on the aim time. And the base dispersion is also 2% worse. I don't know if you were able to feel that. But... First of all, I don't think so. Wait, let me also just use... all that stuff here. Doesn't make a difference. But if we are looking at the dispersion on the move, then it's 0.15, 0.15, 0.1 added. All of them add up if it is on the move and rotating and stuff like that. So the T100 is far more accurate on the move. And therefore, the aim time, I mean, the difference is just much lower there. So, T100 gun definitely is a lot better than the Progetto. Last game, it's only 10. I don't know. It's just not really satisfying. And I've been streaming for 5 hours already because of the tournament games. I mean, I streamed APAC tournament, I streamed EU tournament. And after each, I still played for a while, so... I'm kind of not really focused anymore. Okay, A got capped, so there was someone on A. Not a penetration. Okay. I guess I should forget about the T22 for now. Just go for him. Good. Ah, that was a side. Come on. Progetto's still over there. Are they going forwards? Not exactly. Oh, there's some more. I think they're pushing. Yes. Kran as well. VK, come on. I know they want to go in. And my teammates should have this behind me. I should not be needed there. Good. Okay, I will just go for VK. I mean, Kranwagen is first of all more dangerous to me and also lower on hit points. So here I can farm more damage. Good. And can I get the last one, please? Yes. Alright. Thoughts on MK6 in the auction? I've not seen the auction. Let me go for the website there on. Where's the auction actually? Did it already start? It is supposedly starting today. I'm seeing it on the news right now, but I don't see where it is taking place. Oh, it's in-game this time, not on the website anymore. Alright. Chieftain is already out. I mean, 15,000 for tier 10 is definitely a good deal. And Chieftain is a nice tank at the moment, although only for experienced players. And there are a lot more others incoming, but okay. Camera definitely also is a strong tank, but it is tier 8. T28 Defender is okay, average. Also nice, but pretty slow. AMX. Lights at tier 8, I cannot recommend. Let's go for a game on Chieftain. Ari the Man. Starting game just a few days. Beginner, which nation and which are best for me? Kindly help. Yeah, NetForce is already saying in Soviet German lines are good for starters. I can just show you after this game which lines are good to begin with. Maybe E100 line would be very nice for starters. I think I would recommend the E100 line. So going for the Tiger 2, which is a very strong tier 8 tank. Then you end up with the E100, which is very easy to angle. And oh my projectile, don't you do this? Why? Why is he already on the enemy side? Well, something you need to keep in mind is to not fly like this projectile. Don't push over to the enemy half of the map early on. Stay on your own half. We're already down 2 tanks in just a minute. That is crazy bad. Okay, I should also not peek in reverse. Can our teammates from the city also help?
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
Of course not.
We've lost a track. We're stuck here. One of our tracks is damaged.
Okay, he's also playing properly, and I'm getting pushed by another one. Wow.
Stay low. This vehicle is heading.
Wow, man, 2 guys doing nothing down here. Just sitting in the city and... oh my gosh, okay. Well, you could see the strength of the Chieftain here a little bit, as I could farm the standard B with hash power, but... You need the weak tanks to focus. And of course, there was not much I could do with this team. Okay, beginner lines was the question there. So, stay away from the British tanks at the start, stay away from the French tanks at the start. Those are really hard to play, all of them. Here the problem is they don't have a lot of shared modules, so they take a longer time to grind, but they are also fine for beginners, same as those ones. But they just take you a lot longer to grind here, the Japanese and the Chinese. Same as the Europeans, by the way. A lot of good tanks among them, but they take quite long to grind. So for beginners, it's good to start with the Germans. The American tanks are also the Soviets, because they have a lot of shared modules, like the VK has the same engine then as some other tank, like the Tiger II, for example. I don't know exactly right now, but there are a lot of engines that are placed in multiple tanks, and grinding one line means you can get access to other lines a lot more easily then. Very good for beginners is the U100 line first here. This one, because you have a lot of tanks with a lot of armor that are not too fast, that allow you to just get used to the playstyle of angling and that kind of stuff. I guess you will spend a lot of time on the Tiger II for the start then. Also pretty good then for the Germans would be the E50M. Stay away from the Leo or the RHM at the bottom there. Those are not having any armor and are very hard to play. Then maybe... So the E50M would be a medium tank that's already a bit more difficult to play. For the start you should just really get an E100, and then maybe you can go for, if you want to camp a little bit, maybe go for 268 up here among the Soviets. Nice TD, that's very versatile. Then you could also go for T62A, also an interesting choice for a medium that is rather beginner friendly. IS-7 is also a nice choice, but a bit inaccurate. Over here we've got for a TD also the E3 or the E4 are nice choices. E5, I mean those all have solid armor and different playstyle again. E5 is a hull down heavy tank that's a bit different again to an E100 or an IS-7. So you've got something that has a lot of armor at the turret only, and you need to hide the hull. You need to hide the bottom part of the tank, basically the body. Same goes for the M60. If you want to then start with autoloaders, M60 is a great choice there because it does have good armor, decent armor, and a big two-shot gun. I would also here stay away from T57 and Sheridan at the start. Also M48 for hull down medium is a good one. So for the Germans, Americans, Soviets, there are lots of beginner-friendly choices. Nico, have fun today still, and thank you. Patrick saying from America, from the competitive world. All right. Unfortunately, I did not get to watch any NA tournaments yet. I mean, I've been fine watching the games that I've been streaming, basically. But I will also watch the finals, definitely, maybe the entire top 4 on NA. If you're in a competitive role, are you playing right now? Are you actively participating in the tournament? If so, then definitely good luck. Okay. This dude is dead. Ah, nice. Okay, let me see if I can just punish this one. I was not even playing Spore Liner. No auto aim? Can you please not make me mess up my shots like that? Okay, let's get Hal down here. Reno is kind of blocking me from fighting. Huh. That timing to get unspotted. Yeah.
Enemy armor is hit. We've damaged them.
Good.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
FV also moved. I should be fine to just move up towards the middle here. Okay. Don't run into my teammates, please. Good. Maybe I can still have him. Okay.
Enemy armor destroyed.
And yes, I read a man. Definitely also check out my videos that I put up there, as Benjamin is pointing out. I've got a list called Blitz Tactics that really explains some different kinds of battle scenarios. And that's way more important than actually knowing specific tanks or specific maps. But I have also got map guides, some of them already. Not all maps are covered yet. But definitely the tactical guides, the later ones, the recent ones, are going to be very helpful to you. Also some replay analysis videos are there as well that can also for sure help you.
Time to roll out.
On stream, of course, I also try to explain as much as I can. But not everything I can explain in detail. Patrick saying, today I play in America with Origin, top clan. Yes, I do know Origin. By the way, I'm a clan member. I am in Origin as well. Although I don't really play NA anymore. Sometimes I do, but the ping is too annoying.
Enemy armor is damaged.
What the hell is actually going on here? Take that.
Enemy armor
Ah,
is damaged.
10 hit points left, wow.
We're immobilized.
Oh, not fire.
We're on fire. We put the fire out. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
But the others are coming. Nice.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Nice. We're still 3 versus 4 right now. What are my teammates actually doing? What are they doing? Like, hello. Why don't you help? Okay, let's play a solid tank. And maybe I can go for a last game. I wanted to go for a last game a long time ago already. Okay, let's just tank best guide is watch you play live and learn a bit. I mean, of course, I want to say just watch all my streams, but at the same time, it takes a lot of time and it's not really efficient because I don't explain every little detail, and I also just don't explain exactly what I'm doing, like in more general sense, why I'm doing stuff. For the earlier streams, I maybe did this still, but you know, it gets to be very repetitive. So I still try to explain a lot, but I'm also just having some other stuff to focus on. So yeah, the videos are the best thing to go for then, if you don't want to spend hours upon hours on watching. Okay, 2 over there. I don't think we can push right side, although I just thought about it. But you know what? Okay, that's too late. Let's go in. Gotcha. So, can my teammate support before I'm getting shot from the other side? No! Luckily he's sleeping, same as the Yo. Good. And I'm just checking the mini-map in between my shots. But my rear is fine. I was a little bit worried that... Oh. I was a little bit worried that if I push forwards here, my teammates might not want to go forwards. And I might not be able to push in either, suddenly having enemies come from the middle towards me. That would have been the worst case scenario. Okay. Got this. Alright. Alright. Tala asking whether I play with 4 fingers. Yes, I do. Playing like this. I recently put out a video, PC versus touch. There I also showed how I'm playing, just a little bit. But, I mean, kind of makes sense, I guess, if you are imagining me using index fingers like this for all the buttons up there and joysticks looking around with the thumbs. Just like the PlayStation controller. That's what I kind of came up with. Not really because I'm a PlayStation player or so. I don't even have one. Nor did I ever have one. But in the end, it felt like the most ergonomic thing to go for. So, yeah, just holding the iPad. I just put the iPad into my hands and thought, okay, how can I then use my fingers? What can I do with my fingers? Where can I put the buttons? So I tried to put the buttons beneath the fingers. Whatever felt comfortable. Jason saying, basic idea of the game is to count till 7 and keep track. What? Yes, yeah, basically, yes. That's something that many people do not really do. You just always gotta count, like, how many tanks are there? Just always gotta count, okay. 2 enemies to the left side versus 1 teammate on the left side. Okay, that guy is going to die. That's the basic information you need to have. And then you can think about, do I help him? That's option 1. Or do I do something else instead that is more useful to me, where I can take more of an advantage? So, like on last game here. I could see, where was it? A bit further. Over here, I could see, okay, if I help on the left side, I'm going to be far too late to save my teammate, the T95E6, who went far too far to the left side because he went alone. That's not a good idea. But if I moved over there at this point, I might have shot the enemies a couple of times, if even, and they would turn for me, then I would be 1 versus 2. So if it was a bit sooner, the E6 was still healthier, the E50Ms were not YOLOing in straight away, then I could maybe decide to help out over there to just support the E6. But I would still not have any advantage. We were still 2 versus 2. And the E50Ms have more armor than my M60 and the E6. Unless I do big mistakes, I'm not being able to have an advantage there. Other thought, moving towards the middle to then maybe play this area that I'm looking at. Go hull down over there, and I could fight the gorilla without any big risk of taking shots, so I would have an advantage. I always think of how can you play, where can you go to have an advantage over the enemy, so you're making the best use of your tank. My M60 has a great turret, the rest of it is not that strong, so I could just go over there, shoot the gorilla, hull down turret versus gorilla would be doing pretty fine. Maybe I could then also turn to the side, shoot the Leo, who was quite aggressive. But the problem here is, of course, if I go forwards and cannot really shoot the enemies because they are hiding, for example, and my teammates are not doing anything, then I'm stuck here in an aggressive position without any option of going forwards. And I could not really go backwards either, because there are 2 E50Ms coming towards me at some point. After killing the E6, they are going forwards, and then I would be the target that they should be going for. In the best case for them, they would be focusing me here, and I could not escape anymore. So that was my fear there. So I tried to somehow still go in, kill the gorilla. I could see, okay, the Leo is falling back. I cannot really shoot him. Now that the Yak shot, I was having to decide. You can see it on the minimap. There are 2 mediums to the side. I absolutely have to decide here to do something. I cannot stay where the E50Ms can get me from behind. I cannot kill the Leo. I cannot kill the E50Ms either. I mean, of course, I could have decided to just fall back and camp in the background, but that was not granted to win me the game. I could hear the Yak shot, so I just think, okay, let's go in for the gorilla and hope that my teammates are also moving in, because we have an advantage here. We have so many tanks lined up there. I just need to make sure that I hide from the Yak, and then I'm fine. Then I win against the gorilla, and the Leo is not really any trouble to me. I was still a little bit afraid of some unspotted tank, which was a Yo actually. I was not sure about whether it was a Yo or also it was to the side. And if I push Yak, for example, from the left side, I would have run into the crossfire there. Taller saying, thinking about moving to touch. Maybe before you're doing so, watch my recent video about PC versus touch, might help you. Potentially that's going to make you think otherwise, maybe not. I do have Kunze Panzer. Yes, I think. But I also think that I'm going to quit here right now. Because I've streamed enough for today, and I will be streaming for the next 2 days again for the remaining tournament days. So, is still someone watching? Yes. Some people watching here. Okay. If you have not liked the stream yet, I would be happy if you left a thumbs up. If you still subscribed, potentially, if you haven't yet, maybe if you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member or throwing a buck into the hat by following one of the donation links there. Also, I do have some t-shirts on the shop. kind of Blitz related, but not too obvious. Kunze is the best tank in this. It's a good tank, but not that great, I believe. But I think it can be fun, yes. But I'm rarely playing lower tiers, to be honest. Okay. Have a good evening still. Have a good night. And I will see you back tomorrow.